our parents and grandparents, they had a much more, it came easier to them, this bhakti and all that. It was much easier, more natural, more spontaneous. We have to make an effort. What do you say? Okay, let's do
they didn't have any distractions.
Absolutely. Right. Oh. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Hari Om and welcome to this special episode of Dharma Kshetra. Today is Gita Jayanti. Today is also Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and it's a wonderful opportunity. And it's a blessing from the Lord that we have this chance to get together and talk about his teachings. So, what I thought we should do today is something little special. Yeah, by the way, this Dharma Kshetra classes, this is a 60th episode, which is quite an achievement. Thanks to all of us who have consistently logged in and make this possible. 60 classes. When we started, I was not even sure, that it will be able to carry on. So this is fantastic. And then it's almost 2 years since we started. 2 years. And we are just in the 9th chapter. And we are just doing 126 slokas. So that means, the discussion has been very robust. And it's very fulfilling. But not that we'll take 2 more years to complete it, because most of it we have already, the 9 chapters were the most intense. The rest of it is not too many. We are just maybe some 20 or 30 slokas left. We have already covered our bases. And incidentally, 9th chapter is exactly in the middle. We have 18. We have completed half. Mission is half complete. And so we need a treat. We need a treat for ourselves to celebrate this, I thought. And we shouldn't be waiting for another year to know the Phala Shruti of this Gita. Phala Shruti. See, so sincerely we have been doing this for 2 years or almost. So we need to know what Krishna tells about people who are engaged in this jñāna-yajñena. That comes in the 18th chapter. No doubt it's at the very end. But I think we'll have a sneak peek at it right now. So that was a surprise I wanted all of us to have. Because when I read it, I was very thrilled. So I want to share it with everyone. And also there's a reason why I want to share it today also. Yeah. So what we will do is, this is the Vidya Stuti. It is called the last few shlokas of the Gita in the 18th chapter. Is called the Vidya Stuti. That is the glorifying this. Shall we have a look at it, people? Earlier, I used to get all those little boxes with the names, even if the videos were not on. Now I have to keep this participants panel open. I don't even know who has logged in. Yes, Nirmala. Glad you're on video.
3 suggestions I want to give you. Number 1, you have to give a proper prayer, which will go on rotation.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yes.
Number 2, when everyone talks, they should come with a video on, because I don't know who are my classmates even, you know that?
Really?
I'm not able to connect the name and the face.
Hmm.
Names, maybe I can read it across, but I don't know to connect it. Number 2. Number
Yeah.
3, I am thrilled about this.
Yeah. This prayer, what do you mean? Every time one of us have to say the prayer, right? Yes, Anu, good morning, good evening.
Yes, that way,
Immediately.
there will be
Heard
full
Nirmala
vibes.
ji, and I said, okay, let me go on video.
Yeah,
I
Nirmala, you saying something.
you look very pretty, Anu, no problem. Coming on video is not for looking pretty or anything, just for the name connection. And I want to know, I'm very eager to know who my dear classmates are.
All right. So, yeah, our parents. Okay. So shall we do this? We will just go through some 3 or 4 shlokas are there, which is the Vidyastuti, Phala
Sure.
Shruti. We'll feel good about it, and it will motivate us to keep at it with even more intensely, with even more rigor. Let's do that. And then we will share what our favorite shlokas one by one we will share. Okay. You know what God says about the teaching of the Gita. Okay, my panel is going here, there, everywhere. Deva. Ya idaṁ paramaṁ guhyaṁ mad-bhakteṣhv abhidhāsyatī. Okay, let me not do the meter. Ya idaṁ paramaṁ guhyaṁ mad-bhakteṣhv abhidhāsyatibhaktiṁ mayi parāṁ kṛitvā maṁ evaiṣhyaty asanśhayaḥ. Okay, that didn't come out too well. Yad idam paramam guhyaṁ mad-bhakteṣhv abhidhāsyati bhaktiṁ mayi parāṁ kṛitvā maṁ evaiṣhyaty asanśhayaḥ. Among my devotees, those who teach this most confidential knowledge perform the greatest act of love. They will come to me without doubt. So the teaching of this paramam guhyaṁ, this most confidential knowledge. We know that this is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. That's what God has been saying in the 9th chapter. So the teaching of this is also, it's a greatest act of love, God is saying. And they will come to me without doubt. How beautiful is that? So this is a prerana for all of us to take up teaching of the Gita. Yes, Anu, I can see your smile. Right. This is very important. That is why this Gita jñāna-yajñena has been, so glorified and so important. Unless people had taken up teaching of the Gita, we wouldn't be here. Unless when Prabhuji started, there were just 2 of them, Prabhuji and Mamtaji. And only 2 or 3 people in there, in front of them. But look how it has grown now. How it has grown. So many batches are there. Some more than 25 to 30 acharyas and acharyanis are there. They're teaching the Gita, chanting itself. Even there's just chanting, not even contemplation. That is happening. So it's a most beautiful jñāna-yajñena. Okay, that is fine. And yesterday, by the way, okay, one more shloka and we will do this. Then he goes on to say, न च tasmān manuṣhyeṣhu kaśhchin me priya-kṛittamaḥ bhavitā न च me tasmād anyaḥ priyataro bhuvi. No human being does more loving service to me than they. That is the teaching of the Gita. Nor shall there ever be anyone on this earth more dear to me. Na anyaḥ priyataro bhuvi, on this entire earth, no one is more dear to me than those who talk about the Gita. So beautiful. So that is what I think, and it is so coincidental that last week I thought of this, that if I should share the Phala Shruti of the Gita. I thought of it, and lo and behold, yesterday morning, Prabhuji called for a meet of all the Gita Acharyanis, and he made us take a sankalpa to teach 700 verses of the Gita. I mean, it was such a wonderful divine coincidence. And he exactly the same shlokas he repeated last evening. So he was trying to inspire all of us to teach not just 126, which is fine, you can complete this. And then he says you take up 700 shlokas. So that was what he was telling everybody. So I thought that's a divine message. We are on the right track. No human being does more loving service to me than they, nor there shall be anyone on this earth more dear to me. Priya-kṛittamaḥ, that is, the words that Krishna has used is, I love and value them the most. Giving my teaching to the whole world is the most important work that you can do in your lifetime. So why is Krishna glorifying this knowledge so much? It's not about the person who is talking about it. It's about the knowledge. It's the vidyastuti. It is the greatness of the knowledge. Why is it so great? Why is it so great? Yes, Anu. Anyone?
It's about mama dharma, my dharma, or one has to follow.
Yes. Correct.
Also, I remember in some of the shlokas, where this knowledge was lost, and Shri Krishna repeated it in Mahabharata to Arjuna. So the knowledge should not be lost; it should be passed to the next generations and
passed.
everything.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Correct. Very true. Yeah, and why should it be passed? Yeah, it is about mama dharma.
I went to my guru, and she was teaching me Viveka-chudamani. Her mother insisted that I should learn Gita.
Wow.
And I said, that's a teaching Krishna gave it to Arjuna.
Correct.
Why should I learn? You know what she said? Oh, Arjuna was just the stuffed cow.
Correct. He was a Trojan horse.
Stuffed calf for the Gita to flow. Krishna's Upanishad Gita to flow.
Very beautiful.
Essence of Upanishad to flow.
Correct.
That is only meant for you. That's how she explained to me. It's
Correct.
not meant for others. It's meant for you, especially. You're the chosen one. You're lucky one. Very, very rarely
Yeah.
somebody will come and drum it into your head that,
Yeah.
you have to learn. No, somebody pushes you like this that means Krishna himself is choosing you.
Yes, exactly. And
So-
somebody pushes you maybe a few years ago, and then you come to it later in life. That also happens. Some vasana some seed will be sown, by God
long time
himself.
ago. So long time ago.
Long time ago. Yes. By a
That's
well-wisher.
That's how you meet the great jñānis and all. When
Correct.
you're very young, they will sow the seeds.
They will sow the seeds.
It will sprout as a big banyan tree exactly when you are in the ripe age. It seems I met Swami Shivananda when I was 5 years old. Bless me.
Bless you.
And that has made me, come to you guys. And, I'm so happy.
That has what has brought, you to us. You have no idea how precious you are, Nirmala, really, to this group.
Yeah. The one who doesn't allow other people to talk.
We like that, don't we? So this jnana in the Gita, is the most sattvic jnana that one can get. It is called the sattvika jnanam. What is this sattvic jnana? Only that jnana which gives the jiva brahma aikyata, jiva ishvara aikyata, and the oneness of all beings. That is the only jnana which is worth having. That is the sattvic jnana. So why is the sattvic jnana important? Why? Because God himself has promised paritranaya sadhunam, to increase the numbers of the dharmic people in the world, which is which is the need of the day. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. See, it's been told by many masters, many teachers through the ages that we cannot wait for God to come like a Krishna or a Rama amidst us all the time. That dharma samsthapana and the sambhavami yuge has to happen in each of our hearts. Each of us have to manifest a little of the divinity that we are, at least. That is the whole point of this Gita jñāna-yajñena. In each of us, Krishna has to be manifested. He is already there. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridreshe arjuna tishtati, he says. In every human heart, in the heart of every living being, Ishvara is there. That is, Krishna is there. But how to manifest it? That is the effort that is going on here. No, Nirmala?
See, I squeeze an orange. What do I get? Orange juice.
If you're lucky, yeah.
Orange juice. You can't get wheatgrass juice out of it. You'll get orange juice.
Yeah.
I squeeze chiku, I get chiku juice. I'm drinking tea and I spill tea from the cup. The tea falls off. Like that, whether you know it or you don't know it, whatever is your essence will come out automatically when you are stressed out. Or you squeeze a person, that person, if he is angry, he'll shout. That if the person is kind, he'll say kind words. Oh, don't do this, he'll say. If he is a divine person, don't. This is not the way to do it. This is the way to do it. He will patiently explain to you. So this way, you will automatically get the essence of that person.
Yeah.
So the divinity is something without your knowledge, all the time you are, in fact, expressing.
Exactly.
It's natural.
Yeah. The guna is expressed, whether it's divinity or more of sattva or more of rajas, more of tamas, is always getting expressed. So the effort here is to paritranaya sadhunam vinashayate dushkritam. Inside me, all these are very metaphorical. Inside me, what is the dushta shaktis that are there? They have to be destroyed. All the negative tendencies, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. We know that, we can reel off all these negative tendencies. All the Gita dhyana shlokas, they say, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, all these, they compare to the crocodiles and the alligators which are snapping at your feet. They're all in me. They're all in me. And they have to be destroyed. That is why I'm studying the Gita. Isn't it?
In the 17th chapter, he will be talking about Shraddha Traya.
Right.
In your Kali Yuga, there are no Brahmins, there are no Kshatriyas, there are no Vaishyas, there are no Shudras. Really, there is so much admixture has happened.
Yeah,
so
guna,
many.
By jati, there is no clear breed.
No clear breed. There is no pure, no longer anything.
Yeah.
But
By
in the behavior,
guna.
behavior, you can find out.
Yeah.
What whether it's an aristocratic behavior or cheap behavior
Yeah.
or rakshasa behavior. With that, you can find out
Yeah.
what category you belong to.
Yes. Correct. Yeah. So that we have to manifest the good Shaktis in us. That is the idea of this Gita jñāna-yajñena. And we all know, we have been saying, Vidya-dhanam sarva-dana pradhanam, giving education. One can give away food, one can give away clothes, all that is easier. But giving Vidya, even to teach a little child who hasn't been to school, that takes a lot of effort, huge effort. And Atma Vidya Dhanam to ultimate. So this is about the teaching of the Gita or the talking about. See, it's not just teaching. You talk about this to others in the family, others. That also, talking about the glories of the God itself is a huge yajna, which God believes is the highest and he loves them the most. Even one little thing you share about what we have talked about to others, that itself is talking about the Lord, contemplating on it, myself, talking to myself about it. That is also a great yajna. So in so many ways, this yajna can and should continue. Priyataro bhuvi. See, this is the Lord himself who's talking. You cannot take it lightly. In the whole world on earth, this is the person I love the most, he's saying. Just imagine. And this is for the people who actually speak aloud. But what about the others? They are no less. Adhyeṣhyate cha ya imaṁ dharmyaṁ samvādam avayo jñāna-yajñena tenāham ishtayasyam iti me matihi. Now he is talking about those who just listen. Shravana of the Gita itself is so elevating. He says, I proclaim that those who study this sacred dialogue of ours will worship me with their intellect through the sacrifice of knowledge. Such is my view. Even those who are listening to the jñāna-yajñena, those who are just shravana matrena mukti. This is what it is really true. It is God has said that. Just listen to my words, Baba. That's enough. Even listening to my words is a jñāna-yajñena. What yajna are they doing? They are doing the yajna with their intellect. They're assimilating the teachings. They're, processing it, and they're putting it in, it's an ahuti. It's a yajna because what is the ahuti that we are giving in this yajna? Anu?
Ourselves.
Okay.
My ignorance.
Correct.
Arishad Varga,
Yes.
all of the six.
Yes. Yes. Basically, the ignorance that avidya or that encompasses everything. Even this Arishad Vargas, everything is ignorance, is born of ignorance, ajnana. So in this ahuti, that ajnana is given. That is why this is called a jñāna-yajñena. Even to listening to half a verse of the Gita. Remember, we had done that. Chant half a verse of the Gita, so much punya you will get. Chant, one verse of the Gita per day, so much punya you will get. Like that. See, it is so potent, and why I'm getting stressing this is we take it for granted. I take it for granted. It is not just something to be done routinely. Every time we speak about the God's, message or listen to the God's message, we have to be aware that this is the greatest blessing ever. So those who study this sacred dialogue will are worshipping me through their intellect. And they are doing a yajna. And this is my view. So that is what Krishna is saying. What else? So all of us who are in this jnana-yajna are blessed. So congratulations to everybody. We are all pat our backs to have started on this journey, because the process of transformation has started. And we are admitted to the elite club of the Bhagavad Gita. That sounds good.
No, you are the chosen one.
Chupre. Here, the Bhagavan is saying, the Shravana, all those who listen are chosen ones.
That's what I said. You are the chosen one.
You are all, yeah, all of us. Yeah,
Are the
absolutely.
chosen one, the picked and chosen.
The picked and chosen ones. Yeah.
Yes. In when they make wine,
Yeah.
they choose the grapes, particular grapes they'll choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should not be tender. They should be nice and this thing, but very sweet, fully ripe, like that.
Yeah.
You have to be so qualified that you're picked up and you're chosen one.
Yeah. You means
That
you say,
way
I am the chosen one, ऐसा बोलो. तब समझ में आएगा सबको. ठीक है? I am the chosen one. All of us are telling that to ourselves. I am the chosen one. Okay? So
I don't know about the chosen one. I know I am the lucky one.
chosen is lucky. Lucky is very few, Baba. So one more he says about the Shravana or the Shravana Phala of this Gita. Shraddhavan anasuyaha cha shrunuyadapi yo naraha so api muktaha shubhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. Even those who only listen to this knowledge with faith and without envy will be liberated from sins, and they attain the auspicious abodes where the pious dwell. Look at the promise of the Lord. Isn't that amazing? Shraddhavan, all of us who listen to this knowledge with faith. And anasuyaha. Anasuyaha in this context means not the one without jealousy, which asuya we think it is as jealousy. Here it says without, in the commentary it says the one who does not find fault with the teaching and the teacher. That means Krishna. See, we do get a lot of doubts when the teaching, when we listen and we clarify the doubts. That is fine. But that Shraddha is one of the Shat-sampatis needed to even launch on the path, as we know, isn't it? Shama, Dhamma, Titiksha, Shraddha, Uparati, Samadhana. That Shraddha in what? Shraddha in the text itself. Shraddha in the teaching, Shraddha in Bhagavan, Shraddha in the Guru. We take it for granted. We don't question the validity of the statement. But we can get the clarifications, but we do not doubt the statements. Now Krishna is saying, you're all, what he says, you're all liberated from sins. Don't doubt it. Anasuyaha. That is how we need to take the teaching of the Gita. Whatever, every little word that is uttered has come from Bhagavan, has come from Ishvara himself. Take it with Shraddha. Do not doubt. Do not doubt. Clarify doubts? Yes. How? Even that Krishna says later in the chapters. What is that? Pariprashnena parisevaya. So you have to surrender first to the Lord with Shraddha, and then you ask 100 questions, and with great patience the Lord will explain. Chapter after chapter he goes on explaining to Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna has faith in him. So, and look at these words, they are so elevating. Those who listen to this knowledge with faith and without envy, this is not absolutely correct, without questioning, with a lot of Shraddha, they'll be liberated from sins. So all of us are liberated from sins. Now that we have listened to the Phala Shruti, from this moment, we are all liberated from sins. And what happens to us? We all attain the auspicious abodes where the pious dwell. If you wish, this is the beautiful Phala Shruti that Krishna is giving. Nirmala.
We have taken the bus to Calcutta.
We
have taken the seat. Now the travel is only there.
Yes.
We have bought the ticket. We have bought the ticket. We have boarded the bus. Now we are on.
Yeah. So even listening to the Bhagavad Gita once is equal to the punyas of several lifetimes. And again, I'm repeating, this is what not, it is not a pep talk or a TED talk. It is what Bhagavan is saying. Take it on Faith, take it on face value. This is the only thing you can take on face value in life. In every other transaction, there is an agenda. Here, there is no agenda. What do you say? And then
I want to set a goal for all of you. Every Ekadasi, the full Bhagavad Gita must be read. So we have to,
every 15 days.
Every 15 days, every Ekadasi, we must read the full Bhagavad Gita. Sit and quietly read. That is why I'm insisting that we should read the stanzas so that we get to, become very familiarized with them.
Correct. Correct.
I do that every 15 days. That is why I'm telling. First, you have to do it before you, even suggest to others. I want you guys all to start reading.
Yes.
It is very powerful.
Yes, yes, yes. We will do that. At least if you don't read it, you can at least listen to it. There are beautiful chants also available on YouTube. Just listen. No? Is that also good? Because not everybody can chant. We can listen.
Okay, we'll start off with this 126 verse. We have a Bana Banaya ready chant available, and we can just keep that and start reading. And then we will graduate to the full Bhagavad Gita.
Correct. So even that thought. Yes,
last night Prabhu saying go with one shloka, contemplate, and he was saying about it, read all 700 shlokas or something, like one at a time. I think even that is achievable.
That is achievable. Yeah, let us have goals that are achievable. Because that's what yesterday Guruji was saying. Were you there, Anu, in that meeting?
I was there. I was there.
Yeah, Nirmala was also there. So he gave us a very achievable goal. Just take one shloka, contemplate on it for a week, and then talk about it. Record it, he said, and upload it to YouTube. That is the jñāna-yajñena that he wants each of us to do. Chant it, say the meaning, share a little of the contemplation, and upload it on the Gita Jayanti YouTube channel. I think that's doable, no? And don't worry about who is watching, you don't worry about the audience. It is for myself. It's for myself. We should.
And the way he said, sorry, I'm quiet. I'm sorry.
No, please share, Anu. Yeah.
The way what he said was, it's from your experience, what you have learned, what you know. If you contemplate and you kind of understand that, that's very important. Like exactly what he said.
Yeah.
That's kind of doable than doing even if you do for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
It's possible. Yeah.
Whatever little we can do, in a little manner, we can start spreading the message. That's the whole idea of this jñāna-yajñena. So the next, after the 18 chapters and after all the advice that Krishna has to give to Arjuna, he ends with this. This is the last thing that Krishna says. Kaśhcin echa shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kaśhcin ajñāna sammohaha pranashyaste dhananjaya. So beautifully, Krishna is asking Arjuna, oh Arjuna, have you heard me with a concentrated mind? Has your ignorance gone? Has your delusion been destroyed? Krishna is asking. So beautiful. This is the last dialogue of Krishna. After speaking for so many chapters, he started talking from the second chapter, and this is the 72nd shloka of the 18th chapter. He's asking, did you listen with a concentrated mind? And has your ignorance and delusion been destroyed? So beautiful. I find it so touching. I don't know why. It's so beautiful, I feel. So we have to answer that ourselves. What has the Gita, how has it, whatever little I know, has it changed for me? What has changed for me in my life? That's why I thought all of us will share what has been beautiful about it for us. Yes. Anyone wants to share? Please, each of us.
Manmana bhava mad-bhakto
Beautiful.
madhyaji mam namaskuru mamai vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha.
Lovely, lovely. Last sloka of the 9th chapter. Yes.
And
Beautiful.
it comes in 18th chapter also.
Yes.
After all the listening I did,
Yes.
what have I learned?
What have I learned?
I have learned that Krishna is not separate from me. So I want to be his bhakta. I want to surrender to him. I want to do namaskaram to him. He is only there. There is no separateness anymore.
Yeah.
I'm totally surrendered to him. And
It's
it
God.
gives me great joy. And once I surrender, I feel there is ecstasy, there is abundance, there is joy, there is happiness, there is peace, there is lot of love, and my character itself has changed. I am more sympathetic, empathetic,
Very
more
beautiful.
loving, more affectionate, more kind. Now I know all the beings are not different from me. Just like how the necklace, bangle, ring, chain, they are fighting with each other. And they are fighting, but they don't know that they are made of the same material, same gold. It's just the shaping and the name which is different. The same way you are Purnima and your shape is like this. I am Nirmala and my shape is like this. But the basic material with which you are made is same consciousness. And just like how Paramacharya quoted this, that the same dosa mav. First day it is idli, second day dosa, third day it is uttapa, fourth day it is that pulipaniyaram. I don't know. I don't get the name at all in Kannada. That round they make. So it is the same material, but has name and form different. Like
Correct.
that. Now there is a unity. Once you find that unity, there is peace. No more fear, no more. If my right hand is getting hurt, automatically my left hand comes to make it okay. Like that, my feelings are like that now towards the whole world. This is what Gita has done to me. Thank you so much.
That came from the heart. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. And we can see that you mean every word of it. So beautiful. Thank you, Ma. Jayashree, you want to share?
Yeah. Nirmala told about the essence of Bhagavad Gita. I'll be giving an example of application of Bhagavad Gita. Uddaret 6.5. Uddaret uddaratmana atmanam na atmanam avasade atmaiva atmano bandhuratvaiva ripuratmanaha.
Yes.
Yes, it is only our mind, that is mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, all four put together, which is going to bring us down or lift us up in this life. So master your mind to have higher thinking, higher knowledge, and be on the higher path of dharma all the time. It's only the mind which thinks all the time. And you go down or you go up with his help. That is it. Thank you. Thank you.
And that is in my hands, no? What
That
do I
is
do
in
with
my
my
hands.
mind? What do I do with my mind is in my hands.
Is in my hands. Mana eva karanam manushanam bandha mokshayoho.
Yes. Very lovely, Jayashree.
Thank you.
That's another lovely shloka of the Gita. Uddharet atmanam atmanam. Nobody else can do it for me. I have to do it myself. The guru can only point to the moon. It's a very famous example. He can only point to the moon, but the moon one has to reach oneself. The direction is, the path is shown by the Guru, or even Krishna in the Gita. The path is shown, but the effort has to be completely mine.
Are, I am stuck to your finger. Where will I go to the moon? I am looking at your finger.
Don't look at the finger. Yeah. This little fellow has come and he wants my laptop. Hogu, al tata kodtar, hogu. So, happy Gita Jayanti, and you go now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Well, thanks for showing little Krishna here.
Go. Nodal tatan laptop bantu, hogu. So who will share next? Bye. He's saying bye to everyone. Bye, Putto. Chalo. Nadi. Hogu, tata karitidar, hogu.
Bye.
Bye. Hela aitu putta, hoga Maharaja. Okay, who will share next?
Purnimaji, can I?
Yes, Kamala, please.
So I I took it from 3.9. Yajñartat karmano nyatram lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadhartam karma kaunteya muktas sangha samachara. So here Bhagavan is telling how we need to perform our duties. So we have to perform our duties offering to the existence of Ishvara. Otherwise, what happens is it will create a bondage to this material world. So therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your duties for Bhagavan's satisfaction, as if you are just an instrument of God, and with prasada buddhi you perform your duties. So that is the only way that you will be free from this bondage. And again in 6.1 he is telling anashritah karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sa sannyasi cha yogi cha na niragnir naragnir na cha kriyah. So here he is telling those who perform prescribed duties without desiring for the results of their action are actually sannyasis and yogis, and not those who merely cease performing these duties. I mean, not inaction, that if they cease performing those duties, they cannot get elevated to that level, is what he's telling.
Beautiful. So that is how one can become manmana bhava, means understanding his teaching and implementing it in my life. That is how you can bring Bhagavan into my life, actually. See, it is so connected to that other shlokas also. And uddharet atmanana, this is how one has to do it. This is how one has to use the mind to do karma yoga. So beautiful. Everything is so connected. Thank you, Kamala. Amele? Yes, Padmaja.
Chapter 6, shloka number 17. Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. This means, but those who are temperate in eating and recreation, balanced in their work and regulated in sleep, can mitigate all sorrows by practicing yoga.
Beautiful.
And this actually coincides with my uparati last time, remember?
Haudu.
Not getting too much involved in worldly pleasures, and getting doing everything in moderate as required. So I think this shloka is the best for the uparati.
Yes, and it's such a practical thing that one can implement. And it is
correct.
not overwhelming. See, all the teachings of the Gita are so overwhelming, but this is so practical and doable. He's saying, he's not asking us not to enjoy life or something.
Just being moderate.
Just be moderate. And it is such a commonsensical thing that any parent would tell a child, okay, you can play video games, but only for half an hour. Then you go for studies. Like that. It's so beautiful.
Sub-limits.
Yeah, even
sub-limits.
Sub-limits, correct.
That sub-limit.
Even Gautam Buddha, before enlightenment, enlightenment, he gave up his eating, drinking because he wanted to and sat in meditation. But what happens when he is overdoing it, anything overdoing, although he's become weak and dizzy, not able to steady his mind because there was no strength, body was not supporting. Only when he heard that song, that oh sadhu, that is when he understood that this body is a splendid tanpura, like, you need to tighten the strings, you need to take care of it properly. Only then, anything we can do.
So that tanpura you explain a little more properly.
Yeah, I think I'll just read. So it says, that song, I'll just read it. O sadhu, yah tan taathe tambure ka, enchat tar marodat khunti, nikasat rag hazuro ka. O sadhu, this says that this body is like a splendid tanpura. You need to tighten the strings, twist the pegs, and it sings the song of the Lord. But do not tighten it so much that the string breaks.
Yes.
So you do that. That happens only when we take care of our body in the right practices, right eating, right thinking, everything in the moderate way. The tanpura will sing nicely. Our own body is comparing to the tanpura.
If you loosen it, no music will come.
Correct.
If it lose no music,
it will break.
Just the right tension has to be there. Beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you, Padmaja.
Thank you.
Next, Suma.
Wonderful, Padmaja. Wonderful.
Wonderful. Indra, you want to go?
Yeah,
Can
I can
Padmaja
go.
please share it in the chat box?
O sadhu. Yeah.
Tanpura.
Yeah, she will.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I can go next, Purnimaji.
Yes, Suma.
So my favorite one is chapter 2, verse 14. The matras parshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama payino nityaha tanstitikshesva bharata. Yeah, the titikshesva, yeah. So basically, like whenever I am like in pain or something, I'm like, okay, this is not like permanent. It's going to, like, when there is sunrise, sunset has to happen actually. Like, so this one, it's like very favorite for me. Like a lot of times actually, like if I'm a little upset or distressed or something, always like it's the seasons, like, okay, the winter comes, then the summer will come. So that's what, like, it's very easy to implement, like, so we shouldn't get disturbed and we should bear with all the problems and everything. Yeah.
Beautifully said, but one sentence, it's very easy to implement. I'm not sure it's so easy for everyone, but you have done it or doing it fantastic.
Yeah, it always this sloka comes to my mind all the time. Like, oh, you just have to that titikshesva, like bear that there is no other
Agama
thing.
they come and go.
Yeah, it's like they come and go. Yeah. So it's like daylight and day and night. Like after like 12 hours, the night comes like that. I know in some people's life the problems are more. It takes longer time actually. I remember Chandaji telling like all her life, it's a lot of problems and everything. But there is no other choice than to endure it. Yeah, titiksha. Yeah.
Very beautiful shloka.
Yeah.
Yes. Very beautiful shloka. Thank you, Suma.
Thank you.
Indra, you wanted to go next?
Everybody is choosing nice, practical.
Beautiful, and applicable shlokas.
Yes.
Not high funda jnana. Yes, Indra. You're muted.
Yeah. Chapter 2, 47th shloka. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhu ma te sangostva karmani.
Lovely.
This is karma yoga. Do your duty, not get attached to the results. And the fruit of your actions are not for your enjoyment. And the next one is don't be proud of the doership. Don't take up the doership. And for all this, don't be attached to the inactions also.
So it is basically like, we have to have a goal and put the efforts. The results is not at all in our hands. That is the main thing. And
Correct.
the doership, everything is like, it's all God. Nothing is in your hands. You're just an instrument. That is
Correct.
what I follow. Whatever the energy, the good, bad, everything, channelize into the prayer. Now my prayer is only surrender. So
Very beautiful. See, that's a very important message, which is kind of not highlighted many times. Mate sangosvam akarmani. No, see, it's very easy to be despondent and say everything anyway, God will take care. Why should I do anything? No, the effort is very much highlighted there. The effort should come sincere and absolute and stringent, intense effort has to be put into, especially into this sadhana. The effort should be there. Like in any other worldly, goal, to achieve the worldly goal, one has to do effort. And for sadhana, to more effort. Like the example that is oft quoted is, but the next is, don't expect the results immediately. That is God's grace. Your job is to do the effort. The result is God's grace. Like you have to make the bed in the night. At the end of the day, you have to wind up the kitchen and, close the, wind up loose ends of the day. And you have to, close the curtains and do your bed, do everything, and then lie down on the bed, hoping that sleep will come. The sleep will come only with God's grace. You cannot force it. You cannot do it by yourself. No matter what you do, the sleep has to come with God's grace. Let us remember that every time we go to sleep. Because hundreds, thousands, millions are suffering from insomnia. They can't sleep. If I'm sleeping every night on my own bed, it is with God's grace. This is exactly what the importance of effort and grace. Human effort, God's grace. In every endeavor, in every little task that I do, my effort and God's grace, they all go together. So neither one of them can be dismissed. That is what this shloka is. Karmanyeva adhikaraha. Adhikaraha means it's a duty and a responsibility, God is saying. It is not a right. The result is not a right. But the duty and responsibility has to be done. Karmanyeva adhikaraha. Mahaphaleshu kadachana. Phala is mine. I will take care of it. But God is so kind and beautiful. He says, just little effort from your side, I'll give you lots. From his side, complete grace will come. Just walk half a shloka of the Gita per day, I will bless you. That's what he says. He says. Thank you, Pa. Thank you, Indra. Lovely.
when we do so consciously, we see the results also pretty much. When we know we are doing it in the right way.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we are conscious of each and every thought also.
Oh, beautiful, Indra. Wonderful. What else you need? Grace is already flowing. Beautiful. Anu?
To this, I can.
1 minute. Anyways, you say, I cannot look out for the result. Then why should I work hard? Why? Anyways, if there is no carrot stick at the end, why should I run? That will be your attitude. But when you run and get that carrot stick, that in that carrot stick, there are many things involved. Your prarabdha, your past karma, your purva, your ancestors' behavior, blessing and all.
Blessings.
Blessings, ancestors' behavior. Suppose your grandfather had done a lot of cruelty in the world. It will filter and come to you also. One portion you will get also. At the same time, your grandfather has been extremely nice to the whole world. That goodness will also infiltrate and come to you. So all these factors are involved. It is not your only running. So we have to remember that there are many forces which are involved in that carrot stick. So it's not as easy as that. You are just looking at Rajinikanth and saying, wow, He is such a great actor. You don't know what all he underwent before he became an actor. You just want to see that portion of it. सबके जिंदगी में ऐसे ही है. Everyone has gone through certain things to be able to be in that position. But
Correct.
for me, what? I'm so jealous. Oh, that man is so lucky, you say. Are the lucky has come because of he has done so many things.
Right.
It is an addition of so many factors that he is what he is today.
We are not aware of the karmic footprints of each and every person. Yeah.
Yes.
But when we take it as a prasad, the results, when we accept it as a prasad, no, it is like more than anything, good
Correct.
or bad.
Correct.
It doesn't matter.
Correct, Indra. That is the crux of it. Take it with prasada buddhi. Whatever it is. Yeah.
And with the grace of Guru, as you were just mentioning, showing the moon, when Guru shows the moon, it's our effort, like how Indraji just said, it's our effort, how much we put the effort to get there and realize our real nature, why
Yes.
we are here.
Yes, sir. So
That's
what is
what
your shloka? You have a
mine is
Yeah.
9.22. Anyaḥ chintayanto mama
ye janah paribhasate tesham nityabhyuktam
yogakṣeva.
Beautiful. Another favorite.
That is the one thing, because we always, any scripture we take right from Tattva Bodha to this, we always have to contemplate on ourselves, engage in, Paramatma, and always our mind is absorbed in that. That's what is what I am thinking is, it hits me in this particular scripture or in Bhagavad Gita.
Ananya chintana of the Lord.
And when we think about him, he will take care about our well-being, our prosperity, or our wellness and everything.
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Yoga and Kshema will be taken care. And in the spiritual context, he will see to it that we continue on this journey despite the multifarious problems we face in life. Family pressures, societal pressures, work pressures, professional pressures. Despite all that, if we are able to sit and contemplate on the words of the Gita for 1 hour in a week, that means it is his grace. He is taking care that I am relieved for at least that 1 hour so that I can dedicate myself to this study. It is all Krishna's grace. He is taking care of our yoga kshema so that we listen to his teachings. It's not just about the prosperity in material life. That is also a blessing, because if we didn't have enough comfort, economic comfort, in the environment, we wouldn't be able to dedicate any time at all to this study. So in all multi-dimensional yoga kshema, God is taking care. Thank you. Then we have Sneha, Pragati, and Shweta. Who wants to go? Anyone? Is anybody there?
I can.
Yes, Pragati.
I can talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one is like today on Gita Jayanti, my heartiest wishes to everybody and Ekadasi.
Yes.
And thank you to Prabhuji for starting this Gita Yajñam. Thank you to Purnima for teaching us with all, efforts and dedication. Thanks to Anu, because she was the one who introduced me to this. So, I did not I don't know if there is one shloka that I like the most or anything, because maybe I don't know a lot of shlokas, but I picked one shloka from chapter 8 just to talk about it. It is 8 shloka 15. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanah samsiddhim paramam gataha. So the essence of it is, one who reaches the abode of Krishna or God will not have to keep coming back into the dukkhalaya or with punarjanma. So it doesn't have to go through this birth and death cycle again. So I think all our efforts to the end should be to reach him through whatever means, whatever way of faith, or hook or crook. I think our goal should be to reach him, just to avoid all this janma, punarjanma, and the dukkham associated with samsara sagara.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Pragati, for reminding us of that beautiful shloka. Think of me and you will not return to this dukkhalayam. Wonderful, simple message. See, over and over again, it says the same thing in every other shloka. Yes, Neha.
Hello, everyone. I have been pretty off and on in today's particular session because of the family demands. I would really like to take this opportunity to acknowledge my father-in-law, who initiated me. I mean, who always spoke about the Gita. From the last 18 years, I mean, he put it in my mind. He put it in my mind that without the study of the Gita, this life is there is no sarthaka. And he used to use this phrase, March, September, March, like how, the 10th graders, if they don't qualify in the 10th standard exam that happens in March, they'll have to take it up again in September, again in March, again in September. So ಅದು ನಾವು ಗೀತೆನ ಓದದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜನ್ಮ ಸಾರ್ಥಕ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. So he always spoke about Gita in so many verses. One of them is Uddaret Atmanatmanam Atmaiva Vyavasadayet Atmaiva Atmano Bandhuhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanah. Yavaglu he always spoke about it, and it appealed to me a lot, especially when Purnima spoke about it. Although I have always tried to apply it with myself, with any kind of crisis that happens. I have eventually I've slowly stopped blaming the environment or the external factors around me. So this was also reinforced when I attended the inner engineering course at the Isha Foundation. So we are responsible for our thoughts, and our thoughts are responsible for our action, and our action in the current moment is responsible for our future. No. And of course, karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That also, I feel all these Bhagavad Gita shlokas that we have been, contemplating. At least I have not been doing it 100%, I must confess. But they have all a link between each other. And with Dharma Kshetra, the last almost 2 years, the transformation in me is that at the end of the day, I always look at that bigger, the bigger self. I don't know if I'm using the right word. The greater picture, the bigger picture. I'm able to think of the bigger picture, and it constantly reminds me that whatever little problems or trivial problems that I'm bogged down by is nothing, is just dust.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I have no enough words to thank Purnima, for having me part of this. Thank you, Purnima and Shri Prabhuji.
Thank you, Sneha. And I have to add here, it is the same person who inspired Sneha. He was the same person who inspired me. That is my mama, my mom's brother. He is the Sneha's father-in-law, and he was the one who, like she said, kept on talking about the Gita to the entire family. See, he has done the greatest Gita jñāna-yajñena in our lives. That is why both of us are here on this platform. No, Sneha? Really.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, he was like, she said that one shloka, and one more he was saying, yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mayi pashyati, na chaham me pranashyami,
na cha me pranashyati.
Na cha me pranashyati. The one who sees me in everything and everything in me, that person will never be lost to me, and he will never perish. That shloka, though, I mean, it's there in my, it's gone inside my head, in my heart. So, yes. So, thank you to that great Atma for introducing us to the Gita. Yes,
He
Tina.
also always spoke about Mankuti Manakagam, and the same thing he would say that, you know,
Dharma
there
Yoga.
is
That is the commentary written by DVG on the Gita, Jivana Dharma Yoga. And also Mankuti. Yeah.
So he always spoke about that. Adardu verses, they always ring in my head.
Yes.
Adralli, I'm not, in fact, I've looked for that particular verse that talks about Manushyana Mrityunjayate. He used to always speak about that. The gist of that verse goes like this: the Mrityunjayate of man can be defined as his ability to make use of his resources to its hilt.
Beautiful.
That's the only sentence. But I mean, I have it in my mind. I'm not able to articulate it, and I've not even been able to find that particular verse.
Okay, let's try to get that. Yeah, all the resources are given only for Atma Uddhara only, actually. That's what you're trying to say, no?
Yes.
Yeah, all the resources, the environment, the faith, the family we are born in, and the buddhi, the intellect that has been given is only for Atma Uddhara and nothing else. That is the primary goal. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That Moksha part is the most important one, but it's put in the last. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sneha. Shweta, you want to talk? You want to share something? Yes.
One second. Yes, of course. I've been only for 3 months. It's October, November, and this is December. So I can say I could see the changes in, my personality. The way I previously also I was like this person only. It is like more towards, I think about every single shloka till now what I have, because I started from 9th chapter, and only in the 9th chapter itself I just, see what's going on, how I have to be. This is what I see. And as Purnima ji has shared me, 2 year back, all the videos, whenever I am, I get time in between or in the morning as like, while cooking also, I'm able to listen to, one classes of yours. So I just, take one, only one thing, one good thing which I can apply in, everyday life. And I try to, inculcate every single step. So I could make out the difference, like, past 2 weeks, my schedules are such a way. I don't know how I sleep. I don't know how I wake up. It's like that, back to back, back to back. Work is also there. Even I have to attend family functions also. I have to handle 2 kids. So that is what is running around, and I was able to do that. Otherwise I'll be on my high pitch. Around me, my daughter is telling, you are like, Mama, so calm. Whatever happens, like, it's okay. And then the other day, yesterday, what happened was my son, mm, he asked me, can I go for bath? He's just 3. And I said, just a minute, let me finish my cooking and go. He did, he took the hand wash, he poured that into the bucket, he made bubble out of it. If I was not this Shweta, previous Shweta, I could have screamed at him, and I did whatsoever scoldings mothers do. I could have done that. But yesterday, what I did, oh wow, very nice. I'll put some more water for you. Sit, enjoy. I'll do a video for you. And it was so, enjoying, and me and my father-in-law, both of us were laughing at, his things. That's what I was, later of the day, I was thinking about myself, what did I do? I was, I was comparing my own character. I was this and I was this. What am I right now? And two things I have learned is acceptance and ignorance. Sorry, forgiveness. These two things I have been in, practicing these things since 5 years. And very peacefully, my mind is very peaceful, calm. And Snigdha is like, my daughter, she is into, so many eyelid programs. So she will be like, I should be thankful for her, because of her, I got inspired. The way she contemplates things right now at this age, we were mesmerized. And she was telling it happened 15 days back. Something happened in the school, and she came up and she was sharing with us. Like one of a girl couldn't complete, her work. Her friend only, she couldn't complete the work, and because of her some things happened in the her home, and she shared with her. So she told at the age of 10, me and my husband, we were so surprised the maturity what she has currently. She just said one thing: see, it is your responsibility, you have to do your work. And her sister, her friend's sister, is going for a law school, it seems. You should not be sad for that. She's going for an achievement. In comfort zone you will not find anything. We were like, we are putting in a right, path. I should be thankful for Vijayji and Pratibhaji, because of, them we are into, Bhagavad Gita classes. So that's how, such a young mind is, speaking at this level. And we just like, when she's 18, we can see what she will be. That's what, I every day I do that only. I inspired by both of my kids. I write something, I learned this from them. Learned this from, them. So keep on telling. And many of the times, our daughter only had taught us many things. One quite example is she had a karate tournament. The previous evening, she sprained her leg. We said, it's okay, beta, leave it. Not many, tournaments will come up. It's okay, it's not a big deal. But for us, your leg is important, and you are important, because the leg, if the kicks and moves has to happen in karate. She just said us one thing: let me wake up in the morning, let me practice once. If I'm okay, then I'll go. If I'm not okay, then I'll not go. And she woke up and she did that. She practiced. We said, are you okay? She said, I'm okay. I asked her, everything happened. She told she went to you. And that day we had some other commitments. We couldn't attend, her tournament. We sent her with one of our neighbor. Over there, she called us and told, do you guys know what I did just now? I won a silver medal in the tournament. We were like, there are no words to, express that, how, a young child's mind will change because of Gita.
Yeah.
So it was true inspiration, I can see. That's when, I approached Pratibhaji, please, I want a contemplation class. I want a Gita study class. Please, help me out. Because Gita will give many, I can say, answers to your questions. That is what I'm seeing. Like, it's not like one shloka or two shlokas. There are many shlokas which will, answer your questions. That is what I've been seeing. Like, it's not that I keep everything moderate towards, bhakti also, to recreation, towards my work, towards my all relationships, everything. I'm a moderate person. And I've been seeing that many of my friends are, telling me now, like, how well you're balancing everything. I got, I thought it happens. But secret, I know it's Gita.
Very inspiring, Shweta. Really, really inspiring. You and your children, Snigdha, really blessed. Like you said, That Snigdha is so blessed to have been, so
Yeah.
he's become so mature in a beautiful manner.
That's
Very
what's so
inspiring.
matured, we will be like, thinking, okay, Snigdha. Then we'll be like, okay, fine.
What a
And
blessing, if the children, the greatest worry in your life is taken away. How
that
will
is what I was
turn out?
wondering. That's what I was wondering. Like, whenever me and Pratibha, we just stay a floor ahead, na, both of us. We will be just talking once in a while, like when we meet up, when we have time. So that time, that conversation happens. That's what I see Vineet and, Kritik also. The way, the think towards their, goal and everything. Because I happen to, interact with the kids most of the time in the apartments. Every child knows me, and I play with them football and everything. So they know that, okay, this is what the child, how the upbringing matters a lot in the kids, and that too in this, what do you tell, technological, the word, the upbringing, even whatever remarks we got from the school, it was amazing.
Wonderful. So that is Krishna taking care of Yoga Kshema.
That's what whenever she,
Your responsibility as a parent, he's taking care of it.
yeah, that's what she tells, like, if something is there in between, like, she comes up to me and asks Snigdha, like, Amma, this is happening, what I should do. Then I tell her, like, see, you have done your effort, you did this, Krishna is there to take care of it. She always tells that Krishna is my friend, Mama, he will take care of everything. I said, that's it, Mama. That's it is a formula of our life. That's it. Nothing much you have to do now.
That's the formula.
That's the formula, I said her.
Yes.
My talk is more about practical things.
Correct.
Because I want to
Very
include.
practical only. Krishna teaching is not mystical. It is very much practical.
And it's not like, too much, as, one of verses, Ananya Bhakti, as you were telling. I was thinking after that, I had a discussion with my husband, like, this. He was telling that to me. Yeah, that's true. That's when I am like this, like, I do bhakti 5 minutes in front of God every single day. That is what is needed in life. Ashte. So I also do, but I'm more inclined, like, okay, put this puja like this only. Because I have been, my parents have been brought up like that, the puja has to be done this way and everything. But later on, like, I am also now, like, if I'm in little hurry or, somewhere my, jam-packed week is there, I just, pray in front of God, put diya, just go. That's it.
That is another thing. When you move from kama to nishkama bhakti, ananya bhakti, the demands on the rituals will become less. So let's all be quite relaxed about it,
Correct.
Padmaja, you wanted to share something, then we can close. It's already late. Padmaja, ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಿ. Okay. So, I think we are good. Yes.
One more thing. No, I want to share something like how eyelid children are engrossed into this thing. So for me, practically, my husband has got a transfer and moved to Mumbai. So I was in a tensed manner that how will I handle my daughter and how she's going to take it. So she was very calm and she did not react it. I was so surprised. So when I went and I asked her, don't you feel that Appa is going away? What kind of reaction? You are not talking, you are not telling anything. I'm not able to understand. She's telling, are you able to change this, ma? You're not going, you cannot change it. So better you accept it. She told. I was so surprised.
Mind blowing, yeah.
So this is the level of maturity children are getting through this eyelid circle. I just wanted to share it.
Thank you, Kamla. Really inspiring. Really, the children, they inspire us like this, little things which we stress about. So easily it was solved. See, so beautiful. Very happy. Good.
So if you buy a washing machine, you get a working manual. So Prabhuji says this Gita is the manual for us.
Correct.
You are getting, how to lead a life.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Thank you, people. It was a most wonderful, enriching session. So by recalling different shlokas, all of us have, it's been a revision. And what can I say? It's very beautiful, inspirational, enriching, everything. Thank you all so much. Hey, what about next week? It's a year-end weekend. Are people going to be in town? Are you all traveling? Should we have the class? What do you think?
We are not traveling. We are here.
You're here?
Yeah.
You're here? Yeah. Okay. What about the others?
Yes, Purnimaji, yes, here.
Suma, Kamala, are you here? Padmaja? Enappa? You're muted. You're muted, Padmaja.
Padmaja connects even while traveling.
Yeah, she does that.
Yeah, so she can be an exception or something.
Yeah, she says yes, she's in town. Pragati?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll tell you, this is the best way to end the year. And this Dharma Kshetra is such an intoxicating class that we wouldn't miss it for anything.
Good.
Totally.
Glad.
Yeah.
Jai Shri, Sneha, you're all in town? Okay,
I won't be in town. My mother and I, Ramamani and myself, we won't be in town, but I think we can connect.
Okay, great.
What program, Purnima, can you repeat again?
Allah, next weekend, 30th December, elladu travel.
We are there. I'm there.
Sorry, done. Okay. We will have the class then. No problem. Okay, shall we end with the prayer? Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrutyorma amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Krishnarpanamastu.